The Avicii dead news shocked the world. As it was announced the Swedish star had passed away in Oman. It was uncovered shortly after that the Wake Me Up star had dealt with a number of health issues for several years. The star, real name, Tim Berkling, suffered from acute pancreatitis, in part due to excessive drinking. He also had his gallbladder and appendix removed in 2014. New documentary footage has now emerged of Avicii, showing the effects from his medical woes. The video, posted 6 months ago by the star himself, began with him sitting in a hospital bed surrounded by doctors. One told him, "You normally take the gallbladder out before you go home. The reason being is so you don't have another attack." In the meantime, the expert continued, "I understand with your situation that you're in the middle of a world tour and there's other things that you need to do. We think at some stage we need to take your gallbladder out. Whether that be while you're here or on tour or when you're home. It's up to you really." After this, Avicii was then seen with one of his team in a car the day after, looking confused and disconcerted. He asked his team member, "The show's tomorrow. What time?" The star then asked if he could do phone interview with a couple of radio stations to show that he was back on track, while barely able to open his eyes. The star replied, "Sure." Avicii posted the footage on Facebook at the time, writing, "My documentary just got released not long ago. Levant Sikurishvili, who's the director of the documentary, has followed me for the past 4 years, I think. 4 or 5 years. He's had so much material from both in the studio, from behind the scenes on concerts, during good and bad times. I'm really excited. I'm also a bit nervous because it is kind of gritty sometimes." He continued, "It's very personal. There's a lot of ups and downs. It's going to be interesting to see what people say." Avicii quit touring in 2016 after suffering from the medical issues. On a statement on his website at the time, he wrote, "We all reach a point in our lives and careers where we understand what matters the most to us. For me, it's creating music. That is what I live for, what I feel I was born to do. Last year I quit performing live, and many of you thought that was it. But the end of live never meant the end of Avicii or my music." The message continued, "Instead, I went back to the place where it all made sense, the studio. The next stage will be all about my love of making music to you guys. It is the beginning of something new. Hope you'll enjoy it as much as I do." A police source in Oman said there was no suspicion.